An object moves with no touch. A soldier's ghost walks into view, and spirits reach out from the beyond. At Selma Mansion, these paranormal investigators made contact.
Selma Mansion, a nearly 230 years old cradle of American legacy, now a cradle of something darker. Tonight, Catherine and her team of paranormal investigators enter one of the oldest and most haunted homes in Pennsylvania, where they aren't just investigating history, they're stepping into it. And whatever's inside might be waiting. Selma Mansion was constructed in 1794 by General Andrew Porter, a distinguished Revolutionary War officer and Pennsylvania's Surveyor General. Porter's descendants shaped American history. Porter fathered James Madison Porter, Governor David Rittenhouse Porter, Governor George Bryan Porter. His great-granddaughter, Mary Todd Lincoln, went on to become the wife of President Abraham Lincoln. In 1821, the Knox family acquired Selma Mansion, where it would later pass to Thomas P. Knox, son of Andrew Knox. Thomas P. Knox expanded the estate, and according to records, his wife Sarah Ann and 3 of 4 children died, likely of yellow fever. The mansion would later pass through Ellen Knox's marriage to Joseph Fornance, a congressman from Montgomery County, where their son, Major Joseph Knox Fornance, and wife Ruth Ryder Fornance lived there until Ruth's death in 1982. Selma Mansion is widely reputed to be haunted. Locals and historians have reported paranormal events, such as disembodied voices, footsteps, cold spots, child laughter, and a rose scent, especially tied to the Knox children and Mrs. Fornance. Tales of tragedy and unresolved matters whisper through time, setting the stage for this team's paranormal encounters.
Go ahead and do your tour.
Okay.
If you're in the light, you'll want to turn off the night vision. So.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes.
Thank you for coming. This is
Scared
hard, but I'm
enough to think
so
it's cool. Are you recording?
I think so.
Is it red? Yep,
Yeah.
you're
Now, is
recording.
this-
So you just
Just does it by itself.
hold it down, you hear a click, that's
Okay.
night vision.
Okay. So we're heading up to the second floor. This one is Mrs. Fornance's room. They say they get a lot of activity in here.
Okay.
Specifically EVPs. So like electronic voice phenomenons, a lot of those. This was a picture of her here. She really likes roses, and she really likes men.
So this is Ruth.
Yeah.
So Reed, you're our gentleman of the evening.
I heard about Ruth.
He's the gentleman.
She's the good gentleman.
He's the gentleman. All right, so let's go to the third floor.
Let's do it. Yeah, I heard about the
So-
servants too.
Yeah, so this is...
Is this like the servants' like quarters, basically? Like
No,
as
the
top
floor,
down?
the third floor, the kids' rooms are up there, and the, yeah.
Okay,
So
you go for
this
it.
is, there is not light. This is, again, there's a lot of bells, there's a lot of things, because they do have a lot of activity up here. This room was the room that I felt topsy-turvy in. Like I felt like I was going sideways when I first walked in here. I feel okay,
There
sort
are
of
some
okay
trigger
now.
objects from other investigators.
Cool.
Yeah, that they left here, which is nice.
They left here, so just if you want to use them, you can.
Yeah. So this would have been the servant room. Now this one is.
What's in here?
This here, that should stay just there. I feel like we should have a camera set up right here so we can see if this one opens any further.
As night falls, the DGC investigation team begins setting up for lockdown. Using only the essentials, REM pods, a spirit box, and full-body cameras, they're keeping the gear light and the experience raw. Every sound, every shadow, captured in real time.
Basement.
Oh yeah. So the guy with the safe is the angry guy that will start
one?
crap with you. There's an angry guy that they think it was one of the generals that like owned the house, and whatever's in the safe, like if you go by the safe, he gets very aggressive, and he's like, it's his in the basement.
Oh, well, they say that there's somebody down, like, right under the stairs.
Yeah.
That's,
So
is that, like, maybe that's who it is?
they said he's very possessive of the safe because it's his.
It's after 10 p.m., and the team prepares to go dark. From this point on, no one enters and no one leaves. It's just Catherine and her team, the cameras, and whatever still
That's
walks
crazy.
these halls.
If I see that go
So if they
off.
all start going off, there's more.
That's when there's some activity, yeah. All right, let's do it.
All right, we're starting
Oh,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Basement first. All right, guys.
The house is quiet now, but something shifts. Reed breaks from the group for a moment and walks into the kitchen. He stops, just stands there, staring blankly at the basement door for a moment. He doesn't say a word. He doesn't have to. In that moment, something is pulling him in. Reed recalls later that in this moment he felt disjointed, but later the team would discover that Reed's intuition would uncover some of the most incredible evidence the team has ever collected.
Dude, it's pitch black.
We say that, so we're about to go off into the dark.
I'm gonna go party with the general. Oh, there's another light though. Let's do some EMF. That's it. Wanna hang out with the general for a little bit? Okay. Well, if they ever come.
We didn't get a book.
Oh no, we're doing this free balling.
We should get a book. Just see.
So the general. What was the general story? Do we know the general?
Reed didn't know it yet, but something down there was already listening. As Reed spoke out loud, asking about the general, his body camera caught the most captivating piece of evidence we have ever encountered. A human-like figure, silent, cold, is seen as it moves across the doorway in front of him. We later confirmed this was not dust. This was not lens flare. This was a response. Seconds later, as Reed and Mark emerge from the basement room, a white mist appears, off in the darkness, and quickly takes the shape of a man. Upon closer review of the footage, you can see the apparition appears to be dressed in a long coat just before disappearing into the wall entirely. Was this the ghost of the general himself? Was he angered by their presence, touching his beloved safe? Who knows what it may have contained? What we do know is that this was no shadow, nor a trick of lighting.
Oh, fuck.
We forgot our book.
Yes. We're gonna talk to this general.
There you go. It is pitch black. Fuck that. Like literally.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the darkest place in the world.
As the night deepens, the team begins capturing several anomalies on multiple cameras spread throughout Selma Mansion. On the 3rd floor, Lauren's body cam picks up a light anomaly. It rises slowly off the arm of a chair, hovers for just a moment, then drifts left before vanishing. This anomaly moved with intent, as if intelligent. Lauren would later describe to the team off camera a dark feeling, like all the energy had been sucked out of the room. In the tea room below, Carl enters the room to alert Catherine about an anomaly he saw while watching the cameras from the command center. Just as he begins to explain to the girls what he saw, another anomaly descends from the ceiling, passing over Carl. It floats slowly, visibly, its shape strange, almost like a twisted sock, before gliding out of frame. And in the 3rd floor bathroom, one of the most compelling captures of the night, a glowing orb weaves behind Reed, then bolts for the door. Later, during evidence review, the team notices something else about this moment. Just before the anomaly disappears, it is seen casting a shadow on the door. That makes it incredibly difficult for these investigators to debunk as dust or an insect. It was getting late.
Okay.
Catherine and her team were tired and feeling drained. They decided to make another round of the 3rd floor and made the call to go upstairs.
Yeah, let's
Mark was trailing behind, casually messing around with the temperature gun.
The average.
Lauren and Cicely had already stepped into the kitchen. What happens next is one of the most insane pieces of evidence the team has ever captured. Out of nowhere, the red tin and paper towels are pushed off the table. Playing back the footage on Mark's body camera, you can see no one is near the table. No movement, no draft, just force. In that instant, Lauren grabs onto Cicely. After the investigation, she would tell the team that it had felt like the room turned on her. A wall of pressure, thick, suffocating. Something was making a statement. This wasn't just fear. This was a warning. Whatever is in Selma Mansion, it didn't want the team going upstairs, and it made damn sure they knew it. Was it General Porter, the Fornance family, or something older and darker that still lingers here? Whatever it is, Selma Mansion still breathes, charged with spiritual energy and echoes of a revolutionary past. Catherine and the rest of the DGC investigation team feel Selma has only started to tell its story, and the team decides to return again in part 2 of this eerie tale.
And remember, guys, before you go home, please make sure you remember to, like, well, before we leave this house, we have to make sure we're like, okay, thank you for having us, that was great, everyone stay here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we are going home by ourselves, no one's welcome to follow us, no one is, you know, all that kind of stuff.
That's just the main energy that she was picking up on, and she picked up on something like small and just messing around.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Non-human,
children.
that kind of, well, not.
Oh, non-human.